two sorcerers are facing each other. One of them raises his hands and says two words, and the air tears open. A whole world unfolds around them both. A shrine, an endless sky, a landscape that was not there a second ago. If you watch anime, you have seen this. The screen fills, the music swells, and it looks like the single biggest attack in the entire genre. But domain expansion is not an attack. It is the most misunderstood move in modern anime. And once you understand what it actually does, every one of these fights changes. Here is the thing nobody tells you up front. A domain is not about hitting harder. It is about removing the one thing every fight secretly depends on: the chance to miss. Let us go back a step. In Jujutsu Kaisen, sorcerers run on something called cursed energy, which is just a fancy name for the negative emotion leaking out of every human being. Fear, anger, regret, turned into fuel. Each sorcerer learns to shape that energy into one signature trick. A technique that is theirs and theirs alone. Normally, that technique can be dodged. You swing, the enemy steps back. You aim, they move. A fight is a long argument about whether your attack will land. A domain ends that argument before it starts. Because what a sorcerer is really doing, when they say those two words, is building a private world, a sealed space, pulled into being out of their own cursed energy, with their technique baked into the walls, the floor, the very air. And inside that world, their technique is guaranteed to hit. That is the secret. The flashy landscape is not decoration. It is the rule. Step into another sorcerer's completed domain, and you are not in a dangerous place. You are in a place where you have already lost. The attack does not chase you. It is simply everywhere. Certain, unavoidable. This is why characters panic the instant they hear those words. Not because the attack is big, because the dodging is over. So why does anyone survive at all? Because of power this absolute has to cost something equally absolute. A domain drains a sorcerer almost dry. You can only hold one open for seconds. Keep it up too long and you collapse, defenseless in front of the very enemy you trapped. And there is a deeper price written into the world's own logic. The thing that makes a domain so strong is a kind of contract, a binding vow, a promise the universe enforces. You get the sure hit. In exchange, you accept a weakness, a way in, a crack deliberately left in your perfect world. Which is how the counters appear. The simplest is to refuse to be trapped, to throw up a smaller, weaker domain of your own at the last instant, just big enough to cover your own body. Not to win, just to break the certainty, like holding an umbrella inside a storm. The most spectacular is when two sorcerers open their domains at the exact same moment. The two sealed worlds slam into each other and cancel, both sure hits colliding, and the stronger, more refined world swallows the weaker one whole. Watch carefully and you will notice something. The biggest fights in the series are not won by whoever punches hardest. They are won by whoever understands the rules of certainty a half-second faster than their opponent. And now, you can see it too. The next time the screen tears open and the music swells, you will not just see a cool background. You will see a person spending almost everything they have to delete a single word from the fight. Maybe that word is the quiet engine under every duel ever animated. The hope that the blow misses. The bet that you are faster. The reason you lean forward when the hero is cornered. A domain is the move that takes that hope away. It does not promise to beat you. It promises that you are already beaten the moment the world closed. Now you know.